What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again. Today we're going to be talking more about Dragon Ball Super and how the Tournament of Power is going to be ending. But before we start the video, guys, make sure you guys click off if you guys do not want to be spoiled as to what's going to be happening here on out in the Tournament of Power. Anyway, if you guys are still watching, smash that like button if you guys can. I appreciate all of your continued support, and subscribe as well as turn on notifications. This way you guys can be alerted anytime we want to have some of these Dragon Ball Super news, information, and discussions, as well as more content to come even after Dragon Ball Super inevitably ends. Anyway, with the Tournament of Power winding down, we only have 2 minutes left of the in-show battle. So what we have left is Goku mastering Ultra Instinct in the next episode, which is going to be episode 129. We know this for sure. We've gone over this multiple times, and we know for a fact he's going to be mastering it within this episode towards the very end, if anything, because even in the preview they've shown white-haired Goku being teased up until this moment. So all of those teasers since October, even before then, before Ultra Instinct was even revealed, from the moment it was revealed, it's all leading up to this. Now, with that being the final form for Dragon Ball Super and being one of the final colors they can use on his hair, because I actually made a mistake. Green was already used with technically Broly or Kale. They only have to use, like, what, purple left? And you can't really count Rosé for that. But anyway, with almost, I mean, they have Trunks' hair is kind of that color, but it doesn't really matter. They've used basically every color of Saiyan, and now that they're winding down here, with the final form being Mastered Ultra Instinct, will this be enough to take on Jiren? Now, this form has been stated to be the end-all be-all form, so most likely he's going to defeat Jiren, and unless they pull something off and leaving on Dragon Ball Super on a cliffhanger, which I highly doubt because of how the writing has gone with the cliffhanger, there's just going to be something weird happening. I don't think they're going to be giving the stage to Jiren. I think they're going to be giving it to the most developed character on the field, that being Frieza. With Frieza being the most developed, he's going to switch everything around here, with Jiren being the character here to completely drain Mastered Ultra Instinct. Now, does this mean that this is set in stone to happen? No, but what could happen here, and the more likely case scenario here, is Goku finally overcoming this monster that is Jiren, and there's only two directions Frieza could go in here. Either he helps out in the final attack, or he wins by default by being the second fighter in the ring if they're a stalemate, or he goes and betrays a weakened Goku. Yes, Frieza could definitely betray Goku and take this wish for himself. That is still in the cards, that is still in the possibilities. They have the opportunity to make him the most devious villain yet, in terms of just waiting for, like, the most patient deviant villain and actually getting the win that he wanted and achieving his goals since the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. Like, if you guys knew that, he was there since the beginning. He was there since the beginning of Super as well, one of the most iconic villains of all time, and this will solidify that as in the Dragon Ball Z realm if he manages to go and betray Goku. Now, he also has a very, very strong moment here in where he can change everything around and finally be taken in as a good guy. Similar to what Goku did with Majin Buu, he has a chance to turn him into a good guy. Do you guys see that happening, though? With how things went along in this tournament, he helped out Goku at one point, giving him energy, and still kept saying on the sidelines, I need you to defeat Jiren. I need you to defeat Jiren. And since the beginning of his resurrection, he even betrayed Goku and threw him into the Hakai. So, with all those things said, even though he did play a small part in this tournament, we've still been waiting for, like, the major moment with all of the hype going on around him. So tell me right now in the comment section below, guys, do you think Frieza has his chance to redeem himself? If you guys think so, give me a hashtag redeem Frieza. If so, if you guys don't believe that, give me a hashtag betrayal Frieza, because I want to know what you guys think. This is going to be a very interesting conversation here, because we have a break this week with Dragon Ball Super, and this gives us a lot of time to discuss how this is going to be going. The reason why I think it could lean towards him betraying Goku, which I would rather see, because that would leave such a good cliffhanger for the show and leave us with another series guaranteed if he does get this wish, is because with all of the hype, especially with them hiding him, they are hiding this character. He did not show up in Dragon Ball Super episode 128, not at all. And in episode 127, what they established here is they're not going to give him a power buff, and on top of that, Jiren has smoked him. He's absolutely useless in the fight with Jiren. So what happens here is that we have a useless character at this point in time, but he outlasted two MVPs, that being the MVP known as Android 17, the badass that he is, as well as the badass Vegeta, who has destroyed even a god of destruction in combat. So with those two powerhouses out of the ring, you left somebody less powerful in the ring, and not that big of an adversary for Goku. They even eliminated the possibility of Vegito or even Gogeta, which was less likely to even be canonized, because you guys know how that goes. It's our only movie fiction with that one. It's mainly Vegito that they eliminated here. And with that being the case, Dragon Ball Heroes actually revealed that months ago that it was going to be Frieza outlasting everybody. Now, what I wanted to ask you guys here is, what do you think Frieza's going to do? Do you think the minute Goku loses energy, he's just going to knock him out and then he's going to take the wish for himself? Or is he going to do something just devastating? Because you remember, he had his eyes on Zeno. Ever since he's saw he has a problem with authority. He doesn't like the gods. He doesn't click well with them. He was afraid of Beerus. This guy's been power hungry since the beginning of Dragon Ball. That's how his whole character's been thrived and been built upon hatred and stuff like that. And in this ring, he just witnessed these Saiyans getting these massive power ups in front of his eyes again. The people that made him go into hell and get tortured in his little happy zone, things like that. He might still be harboring this hatred. So I want to know, what is he actually going to be doing in Dragon Ball Super episode 130? And it's going to be mainly in that episode, because episode 129, the reason why I say he wouldn't do anything in episode 129 is because Goku's still going to be in mid-fight with Jiren, and we know that Jiren's going to be fighting off base form Ultra Instinct Omen, and it's not going to really do much. So if the pacing of Dragon Ball Super is that he's going to master Ultra Instinct towards the end of the episode, and with that being the show starter right there, that's basically going to be the main part of the fight. Since we've already seen Jiren versus Goku, that would just be the warm-up before he masters it. Then we're going to see Mastered Ultra Instinct, and that has to be the main thing on screen for those moments, because we want to see something badass happen. We want to see some action-packed fighting. We want to see something more than just generic punches, because you have to show us the fluidity of how Master Ultra Instinct fights in terms of defense and speed and attack form. His attacks were really clicking in the first time he used it against Jiren, so we want to see how he's going to master it, because he did use some sort of variabilization in terms of the Kamehameha and changing the way things upped with how his attacks were flowing. So I want to see the movement and stuff like that. So that means you can't show Frieza in these moments. You have to just dedicate this entire episode to Goku and Jiren, and how Jiren deals with these attacks, and how he's going to push Goku to his limits. That's why Frieza can't be shown till the last seconds, and in those seconds it's either he catches Jiren off guard or he's going to catch Goku off guard, and the better ending would be him catching Goku off guard, because it's true to his character. It'll keep the Dragon Ball series going. Yes, that wish will leave a lot of open-ended things, but this means we get more content, and that's what everybody wants. I didn't think anybody wanted Dragon Ball Super to end right now. As much as people hated Dragon Ball Super, people still tuned in and watched it every other week, and even including myself, there was moments where I hated the things that were going on with Ribrianne, especially in this tournament. They gave too much time to Ribrianne, more than Toppo, more than Jiren, more than Frieza, more than most of our fighters, including Gohan, who I wanted to see get buffed so badly and get his moment, who hasn't had a transformation in 23 years. Granted that, I thought they were going to do that, but they didn't. So things like that bothered me, and then having that much middle content being fillerized versus how it's being rushed at the end here, that's things that bothered me. But did I tune in every week? Yes, I did, and it's still that powerful of a show. So if they left it at a cliffhanger, that would still leave it on a very powerful note. However, they still have the possibility of just leaving it to the goody two-shoes ending, with Frieza turning into a good guy and turning the whole script around and ending it on a good note, and him and Goku finally becoming friends, and maybe him wishing himself back to life and probably just moving to another corner of the universe. Do you guys see that happening? Does that fit Frieza's character? It doesn't fit the deviousness of his character that's been going on in the tournament. I mean, yes, he's healed Goku. Yes, he's been expecting Goku to eliminate Jiren, but that doesn't make that much sense because of how the way he was just looking and everything. That does not utilize what they've done here with this character thus far. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys watched this video this far, make sure you guys give me a hashtag Big Daddy Paul. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate you all. Smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications to be updated on any more Dragon Ball Super news, information, and updates, as well as these type of discussions. I love every second of these discussions and having them with you. It means so much to me that you guys watch them, and I appreciate you all. Anyway, this is Super Saiyan Paul. Thank you guys again. I'm signing out. Peace. Young Moolah.